Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Emily's Creative Life. My name is Emily Pressler and this is the very first video in my YouTube career. Today I have a fun technique for you. I was inspired by a card design that Christina Werner just uploaded sometime this last week. She used some inks watercolors to create a beautiful multicolored tree. So I decided to take a spin on her technique and use my mini distress ink cubes and add some perfect pearls to them to create a pearlescent watercolor and do the same style as she did. So the colors that I used are Seedless Preserves, Picked Raspberry, and Chipped Sapphire, Evergreen Bough, Peacock Feathers, Mermaid Lagoon, Scattered Straw, and Gathered Twigs. The Perfect Pearls color is just the perfect pearl. So then I went ahead with my bottle with my dropper and added 2 drops of water to each ink spot on my We Are Memory Keepers glass mat, and then taped a piece of Canson XL watercolor paper down using blue painter's tape, and I just taped it down in the shapes that I wanted, the size of triangles that I wanted for the trees. And that tape didn't want to stick very good. But here I am using the Seedless Preserves with that Perfect Pearls mixed in. And you can't really see very well, but it's got a very beautiful shimmer to it. Here I am just adding just zigzags of the color, and I will just do that with each of the colors to build it up until I get the look that I want. So as you are watching me go ahead and place all these colors down to create these trees, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Like I said, this is my very first video on my YouTube channel. I've been inspired by many crafters to try and start my own. So here I am. I have got 4 beautiful children, a wonderful husband, and I live in Idaho. I've been scrapbooking I started scrapbooking about 6 years ago, and then I transitioned into card making probably 4 years ago. I enjoy the card making quite a bit more, so I do that over scrapbooking. I have enjoyed watching several YouTube people. It's quite inspiring and it helps give me fresh ideas for cards. So back to the card, I've got those 2 little trees done, and then I'm going to go in and mask off an area for my bigger tree that I will use the blues and greens for. So right now, my husband and myself, we are currently getting ready to, in the spring, we will be getting ready to build a home. We bought a piece of land in a small area of Idaho, and we will be building a home out here. We are quite excited about this new journey that we are on. It'll be a lot of fun. My 4 children they keep me on my toes. So here I'm just adding the last color. I believe this one's Peacock Feathers. And then I went ahead and heat set that with my Wagner heat gun. I'm just peeling the tape off, and then I will go ahead and heat set that again, make sure that it is completely dry before I move on to the next step. So when I have finished that, I will come in with a smaller brush and I will use my gathered twigs to create the trunks for these trees. Sorry, my head gets in the way here. I just wanted to make sure that those trunks were nice and square at the bottom. I have my 3-month-old here as I do the voiceover, so I apologize for the background noise. So when I finished with those tree trunks, I went in with the Scattered Straw and the Perfect Pearls, mixed those together, and then freehanded some stars. In hindsight, I wish I would not have added the stars. I think it looked personally better without the stars, but what's done is done. it still turned out quite fun. So then when I finish painting those stars, I again went in with my heat gun and I helped speed along the drying process of that. I heated the back a little bit too to try and prevent warping. And as you can see, I bent it a little bit too to try to bend out some of the warping that did happen. Here I'm coming in with some alphabet dies from Momenta, and I will run them through my Sizzix Big Kick machine. I am die cutting the letters to make the sentiment Merry Christmas, Merry from a glitter blue cardstock, and Christmas out of a pink glitter cardstock. Here I'm using some purple tape to keep my card panel flat on the surface so that it's easier to apply these or adhere these letters. I went ahead and glued each of those down using a T-square ruler to make sure they were straight with my Tombow Mono multi-liquid adhesive. I then come in with my wax pencil. I love using my wax pencil for adhering gems and sequins. I am using some iridescent gems that I found at Walmart in the sewing section, and then some iridescent blue gems that are a little bit larger than the ones from Walmart, and I found those at AC Moore. When I finished that, I used Ranger's Distress Collage Medium in the matte finish to adhere those down. When I finished that, I off-screen trimmed the panel down. I should have done that before adding the gems. I then went in with my Fiskars paper trimmer to cut down a piece of cardstock in the craft color from the Cardstock Warehouse Paper Company. It is a 100-pound cover cardstock. I then scored that with my EK Tools scoring board to create an A2 size folded note card. I then added some foam tape that I got at Harbor Freight Tools on the back of my watercolor panel, and then adhered that flat onto the card base. So here is the finished card. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked this video.